Welcome to Kim Kardashian's Guide to Home Router Unboxing, the Linksys WRT1900ACS Wireless AC 1900 Dual Band Gigabit Router. Now, I can't actually tell you if Kim has one of these routers, but it's a very nice router, and I'm pretty sure that if Kim was in the market for a wireless router, the WRT1900ACS is the router that she would probably select. Now, Kim and Kanye have bought a very nice house. However, it's a really big house, and if they really want to have Wi-Fi connectivity throughout the house, they're going to have to make a good selection when it comes to which wireless router to use. The WCS 1900 is probably one of the best routers that they could select for their palatial house. Now, if Kim was to order one of these routers, she'd probably order it like I did from Newegg. When it came, it would show up at the house in a big brown box, as all such things do. And that big brown box would have a lot of packing material in it. So the very first thing that Kim would have to do if she was doing an unboxing would be to remove all the packing material. Inside the box, what she would find would be, of course, another box. So after we've gotten all the packing material out, let's take a look at the box that, if Kim ordered one of these, she would also receive. It's pretty much what you would expect. It's a normal size box. It doesn't weigh very much because it's basically got a plastic router in it. It does come with a card for $100 off fine wines, if that's what you care about. So here's the front page, front cover of the box. Pretty much an attractive picture of the router. Side shot showing the back of the router. Almost unreadable international technical details. More technical details that aren't really terribly very readable. And finally, of course, the back with really just sort of specs and interfaces that the box provides. I'll let you blow up your screen if you really care about what this says. Excellent. Now, the entire box, of course, comes sealed in a plastic wrapper, so we're going to have to do something about getting the plastic wrapper off before we can actually get the router out of the box. Not that hard of a process, actually. Excellent, got that all taken care of. Now we're ready to actually open the box. Here we go. Simply pop out the front, open it up, and there's our router. Set in a nice piece of foam to make sure it doesn't bounce around in the box during shipping. All right, time to get the router out of the box. Here we go, just a quick lift and it comes right out. But wait, there's more things in the box. So it comes with a CD, of course. Now also in the box are the 4 individual antennas that will attach to this router. So each one of these antennas is packed separately. We're going to actually have to go ahead and attach them to the router. The good news is that it's not really all that hard to do. So if you remove the foam, what you'll discover is there's a little cubby hole down here. There's 2 wires. One is a connector wire, and the other is, of course, the power cord for the router. And that's pretty much it. We've gotten everything out of the box. So our next step here is going to be attach the 4 individual antennas. Good news is that they just screw on. Very easy to do. Really what you want to do here is thumb tighten them. So we got the first one on. I do apologize, didn't show you where it attaches. There you go. You can see that there's a little screw sticking out. So now we'll just go ahead and do a little bit more attaching. Chink chink. Once again, it goes on very easily, not a problem whatsoever. Get it positioned right. Do a little bit of twisting on that antenna. And we'll be able to bend it up into the right position. So we've gotten 2, one on the side, one on the back. There's one more on the back that we'll get taken care of now. And the 4th and final antenna will go on the right hand side here. So once again, just easily twist it on, not a problem whatsoever. We'll go ahead and we'll thumb tighten it to make sure that it stays on, and then we'll bend the antenna up so that it's in the right position to actually help us get some Wi-Fi signals. There we go. Now the book does say that the best position for the antennas is actually pointing straight up. So sorry about that, don't have that quite set up right. Now if you want to take a look at the back, that's just sort of a quick shot. I'll give you a better shot of the back of the box here in just a moment. So give me just a second on that. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the back of the box. You can see off to the left, obviously, are the 4 LAN ports that you can hardwire devices to your brand new router. Just to the right of that, the 5th LAN port, of course, is the input for the connection to your internet router, or I'm sorry, to your internet modem, probably provided by your ISP. And then, of course, there's a few other things on there also. This is the front of the box. On the far left will be power. On just to the left of that will be internet connectivity. You'll have indicators for your 2.4 gigahertz and your 5 gigahertz bandwidth. You also have indications on whether or not you have an S drive, USB 1, USB 2, and then of course whether or not you're connected to the variety of things that are connected. Notice this is the bottom. You can see where you can attach it to the wall. So there's 4 special connectors for that, which is pretty handy if that's the type of mounting you want to do. All right, just take a quick look at here's the Linksys instruction CD that came with it. It's basically a simple 4-step process, just telling you how to set up your Linksys router if you're too eager to actually read the instructions. Very, very simple stuff. I think they actually even have a few pieces of information on how you can mount it to the wall if you really care to do it. It's really pretty simple. Basically plug it in, connect it to your internet connectivity. Now I would suggest that Kim probably already has a router at home. Now in my particular case, I had a Cisco Linksys E1200. So this is the router that I'm actually replacing. If we take a look at the back, you'll see that the back looks very similar to the brand new router for LAN ports and obviously internet connectivity. Now this is my brand new router all hooked up. Let's see if I can show this to you very easily here. What I have is 4 hardwired ports coming in, and then of course I have 1 additional line coming in from my Verizon router. I'm sorry, really my Verizon Fios box. Okay, so that's where I get my internet connectivity, and then I have connectivity to 4 separate items. Now this is a quick screenshot. What I'm showing you here is the contents of the CD that came with the router. You can see there's not a lot there. There's the legal notice, and then there's actually a PDF file. So there is no software on the CD. And what there is just simply a PDF file. Now if I can go ahead and get rid of this just listing the files, what you'll see is the front page of the PDF file. There you go. It's your basic, 3, 4, 5 pages of instructions on how to get started with your Linksys router in a whole bunch of different languages. Now this was something that sort of caught my attention. Basically they have a lot of instructions on how to mount this router to the wall, and they even give you a little template that you can put on the wall just to make sure that you put your screw holes in the right place. So if that's what you want to do, good news, Linksys has got you covered. Now I attempted to connect to the router by typing 192.168.1.1 and I failed. This router does not want to talk to you that way at all. Instead it wants you to type in the Linksys URL. So you type that in, I think it's linksys.smartwifi.com or something like that. When you do that, pow, you go straight to where you want to go. I ran into some problems because my wireless connectivity to my ISP failed during my installation, and of course the router struggled a little bit. So I had to go through some stuff we got to take care of. This is a demonstration of the router in action. To the far left is power, to the almost to the left is internet connectivity. You can see 2.4 and 5.0 gigabits are active, and off to the far right I have LAN connections that are actually sending information. Now, this is just a quick screenshot of what the software looks like when it's running. Let me go ahead and do a quick job of logging in here because it requires a password every time you log in. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of real quickly. Chink, 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 chink. Okay, we're going to go into the actual program itself. On the top level here, you're going to see they've got a number of widgets off to the right to just basically give you sort of an overall status of your system. So give it a moment to draw the widgets. Boom, boom, boom. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 widgets that are displayed there, which is fine. The thing that I find to be one of the most interesting things, of course, is the network map. So let's take a look at that. This is a pretty typical home, I would say. I've got, what, maybe 11 or 12 devices that are currently talking to the router. Sort of a nice deal here. You can give each one of them a name, so if you know the MAC address, you can figure out what it actually looks like. Next thing to take a quick look at is parental controls. Let's take a look at the Xbox One. You can see the Xbox One has been turned on, and it's also limited to how late the kids can play. I got a little thing to get cleared up here. Okay, got that taken care of. Gotcha. We'll give them a little extra time on Saturday and Sunday here. Chink, chink, and they're taken care of. Fantastic. Okay, go ahead and save that. Oop. Got that one taken care of. What else? I guess the other thing is wireless. Let me go down here and click on wireless. Just in my particular situation, what I'm doing is I'm doing MAC address filtering. So if I click on this, you'll see the list of all the MAC addresses that I know. I have it turned on so those are permitted to use my network, and if you don't have those MAC addresses, you cannot get onto my network. And that's it, sort of in a nutshell. That's how I'm using this router. And, in all honesty, if Kim had one of these routers, I suspect she'd probably be using it pretty much in the same way. Thanks for watching.